Alright, what's up? JSFILMZ here. So today what we're going to do is, first, let's take a look at our anamorphic lens setup. I have the anamorphic lens on the GH5. What do you guys think? Does it look good? I have no idea because I don't have a de-squeeze monitor. Anyway, what we're going to do today is actually compare the Panasonic EVA1 to the Ursa Mini Pro. Let's get to it. Like always, I have some notes here so I don't forget anything. I'm going to go down this list. I'm pretty much just gonna highlight the stuff that's interesting to me between these two cameras, because if I go the whole spec list, it's gonna take forever. So I'm just gonna go look at the highlights and see what you guys think. All right, first stop is the dynamic range. The Ursa Mini Pro has 15 stops of dynamic range. Now the Panasonic EVA1's sensor is not complete yet, but people are saying it's probably gonna be around 14 stops if this sensor is really similar to the VariCam cameras that the Panasonic has. So 15 stops to 14 to 15 stops on the Panasonic EVA1. Second thing we're going to talk about is the max resolution. Ursa Mini Pro has 4.6K resolution and the Panasonic EVA1 has 4K Ultra HD resolution. So 4.6K versus 4K Ultra HD, which is like 3840 by 2160p. So those are the max resolutions on these two cameras. Lens mounts. The Ursa Mini Pro has interchangeable lens mounts, meaning you can change from EF to PL to Nikon to B4, while the Panasonic EVA1 right now only has an EF mount. I'm not sure if they're going to release other lens mounts with this camera, but as of today, they only have an EF mount. Media options. The Ursa Mini Pro has 2x CFast 2.0 cards plus dual slot SD cards, while the Panasonic EVA1 only has dual slot SD cards. So Ursa Mini Pro has a little bit more options for you to record in. All right, let's talk about frame rates. The Ursa Mini Pro can record up to 4.6K at 60 frames per second, while the Panasonic EVA1 can record up to Ultra HD 60 frames per second. Now the 2K side of things, the Ursa Mini Pro can record up to 120 frames per second in window mode, and the Panasonic EVA1 can record up to 240 frames per second. That's a lot of slow motion. Let's talk about recording formats. The Ursa Mini Pro can shoot up to 12-bit cinema DNG uncompressed 513 megabytes per second files, while the Panasonic EVA1 can shoot up to Ultra HD 10-bit 422 400 megabits per second. So that you guys know that the Ursa Mini Pro records way more data than the Panasonic EVA as of right now. Now with the future firmware, then we'll talk about that later, but as of yesterday, this is what the Panasonic EVA1 is capable of. Okay, so both cameras come with screens. Panasonic EVA1's screen is removable and detachable, so that's kind of a good thing on the Panasonic EVA1. Okay, the weight, Ursa Mini Pro is around 5-point-some pounds, while the Panasonic EVA1 is only 2.6 pounds body only, so the EVA1 is clearly way lighter than the Ursa Mini Pro. Both cameras have built-in ND filters, 2, 4, and 6 stops. And the Panasonic EVA1 has a removable IR cut filter, which is pretty cool. Panasonic EVA1 also has built-in electronic image stabilization, which is definitely a plus. And the Panasonic EVA1 has dual native ISO. And if you haven't seen my video on the Panasonic EVA1, make sure to check it out. I showed the demo that they did at the conference yesterday. Okay, so let's talk about price. The Ursa Mini Pro is priced at $5,995 body only, while the Panasonic EVA1 is not priced yet, but they said it's gonna be less than $8,000. Now, I think it's kind of iffy because I'm not sure if the EVA1 is gonna be priced lower than the Ursa Mini Pro just because of the specs. But then again, it has image stabilization, it has dual native ISO, so I don't know if that would bring the price up on the Panasonic EVA1. I wanna know what people think about this. Now also with a future firmware update, and I know I'm comparing these cameras right now as they were released and announced yesterday. I know there's gonna be a firmware upgrade that's gonna let you record 5.7K RAW via an external recorder on the EVA1. But right now, at this price point, do you think that the Panasonic EVA1 is worth more or less than the Ursa Mini Pro? So that is all I have for you guys right now. I hope I didn't make it too long. If you have any questions, let me know, and I want to know your opinion about these two cameras. Peace.